Testing, testing, 1, 2. Guess it works. Hello, everyone. I was late. I think it's the first time I'm ever late to a stream. Late supper is all, nothing special. Just getting ready for a quick matchup. Want to test a bunch of quick draws versus a bunch of various things here. We'll see how that goes. Just gonna wait for the others to get here. Today's been one of the days of all time, basically. A few odds and ends. I'm not gonna say that the Windows 11 migration for everybody around the world is might be a problem, but geez, a lot of people are having problems with it. Good thing I was basically I was a bit ahead of that. I got my Windows 11 stuff a little bit earlier. Just picking colors out. All right. So yeah, this is going to be a 4 different quick draws. I think it's 2 basic quick draws, a more modern one and a fully modern one, versus more or less the kind of things that it would be trying to replace or trying to match, let's say. I might move things around. I might change the 1N2 champion for a 1N, which is an entirely more terrible one. Really depends on when I split the teams, how they're gonna go. I'm not too sure if it's gonna be balanced at all or anything. I put out a very basic Solaris map from the old Solaris map pack that used to be a nice little thing that they used to sell with the Solaris box. This is a very sick swamp map with a swamp in the middle, a couple of forests. No ills. That's the bit that I'm a little bit worried about. The middle swamp is a little bit lower, but I like having a lot of different terrain in the way because it does help with just gaming in general, move things around. I'm just waiting. Basically, I'm going to be doing a video on the quick draw at some point. I'm not exactly sure when. I've been piling things up in advance a little bit recently, just so I don't have to rush to write things up and get pictures and everything all the time. So I'm wanting to do one on the quick draw because it's in the new Mercenaries box. I just got one painted. So that's pretty cool. But I haven't played with the quick draw enough to know a whole lot about it. I played it in Mechwarrior 5 for a decent chunk, to be honest. But whenever I play it in Mechwarrior 5, it doesn't behave like a regular quick draw would because I strip out the jump jets, I add heat sinks, I add armor, and it has a whole lot of guns pointing forward. It becomes a bit of a juggernaut, while the regular quick draw is more of a mobile gun platform. So 8 months membership for our friend Icarus here. Maybe names El Kabong and Babalui in the Force. Well, we could change the name. We'll go with El Kabong for the first one. And there we go. And we'll go with Babalui. No, we'll go with another classical one here. Jim, Bob, Johnson, and Bick, Dick, Nick. That's all very classic names for Solaris pilots here. Not sure if we're going to get And he said he'd be here. I'm the one who was late a little bit, but Master said he'd be there. I'm just waiting for him, and it says that he's online. So just have to wait a little bit. So we get a basic quick draw, 60-tonner, fairly quick, jump capable, 2 medium lasers in the front, 2 in the back, an SRM4 and an LRM10. It's a very odd kind of setup. And I really don't like those mechs that have hyperextending actuators, which means all the weapons in the arms can shoot backwards, that have an extra rear firing weapons. I know quirks are not the standard way of play for a lot of people, but as soon as you play in Megamek and as you play in more modern game settings, it's going to start being more common. So I'm not a fan of that particular kind of setup. As you can see, the armor on a quick draw is also a little bit, quite a bit thin. It's got less armor than internal in the center torso, as an example. Same in the side torsos. It is an odd setup. It's got an okay amount of heat sinks, though, with 13, so it's able to shoot a decent amount of its weapon, run around. For a succession war kind of weapon, it's okay. The 4H is a different variant of it. This one, if it wants to scroll, this one basically puts the medium lasers in front and this SRM4 in the rear. A little bit of a different setup. I do think I like that better. Of course, the best solution would be to have everything pointing forward. This is the 3050 quick draw, as we used to call it. It's got double heat sink, so it's not going to run odd. It's actually going to run really, really cool. It could probably strip a few heat sinks, to be honest. You got case on the armor, on the ammo, which is very nice. It means that you're not going to die, and it's got a standard fusion engine, so the case explosion is not as bad. So that's a good thing on that particular model. Where you start losing is that you get a one-shot SRM4, which is absolutely ridiculous, and the rest of the weapons remain about the same. Armor is a little bit thicker by putting on ferrofibrous, which is not terrible. I mean, honestly, here, I understand why you put rear-facing weapons on some mechs, but something that's fast and mobile like the quick draw that already has hyperextending actuators, there's no good reason for you to do that. At least if you actually play with the quirks. I mean, originally they were not set up with the quirks, so maybe it'd be worth a little bit more. But even there, you're fast enough that you shouldn't have something in your back that's going to be a huge threat. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of that setup. The 8K is not the most modern quick draw. The most modern quick draw uses a whole bunch of clan technology, so it's a very fancy. But this one here, endo steel chassis, double heat sinks, ferrofibrous armor, a little bit more of it actually. A whole bunch of ER medium lasers pointing forward, which is very good, and a big MRM30 for a decent amount of damage. This one here is the one that people recommend using. The big problem is the availability, 3064, so it is later in the timeline that you're going to be able to use it. So you do have to be a little bit more careful about it. Oh, I'm seeing someone joining here. 40 up position, a very basic Rifleman 3N, which is never a thing that I like to use. I know some people really like the Rifleman, but the 3N never served me very well. The Champion 1 and 2 is the good version of the Champion. 2 medium lasers, 2 small laser, an LB10, and SRM6. Regularly, the champion runs stupidly odd because it only has 10 standard heat sinks. The 1N2, which is a field refit by the Star League, brings it to 10 doubles. And in a 300 Fusion, well, basically, that's your standard engine for a lot of Star League mechs of that era. Because you'd have your old Vlars here, the Vlar 300s, with the double heat sinks already installed. So not much of an issue there. And weapons-wise, it's overall fairly decent setup. It has no arms, minimal arms as a quirk. So if it falls down, it has a few more issue. So. Okay. My bad. I didn't see you. Sorry, Master. I hadn't see you there.
Oh, no problem. No big deal.
How are you doing?
Good. Can we see the mechs? Can I?
We've got a good old Lancelot here, Lancelot 2501. Honestly, not a super special mech. It's got a big engine, a big XL engine. That's where most of the weight goes, but it still has decent armor and decent firepower. So it's not a bad machine, all in all.
Can I look at what you're bringing? Is that easier? Is that okay? Okay. So which ones do you want me to take?
Which one do you want? That's really the question.
Oh,
do you want the quick draws, or do you want the random 60 tonners?
Oh, I think quick draws would be better, but that's just my take. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, honestly, I just want to see how they perform against random mechs, basically. So I don't really care. I do those kinds of jobs every once in a while, every few evenings, or whenever I need to check. So
I think one thing you might want to do is use alternate ammo on the Rifleman. That Rifleman's good with alternate ammo, as I recall.
It's a 3N. It's never good.
Well, you put precision ammo in the AC5 slot, and it's useful.
Well, let me see here. It is the very basic Rifleman. I mean, the thing that is suicidal half the time. Yes, if I were to use, I've got 1 ton of ammo. If I could precisions in, it would be a little bit more accurate, at least. It'll bump up my BV, but I mean, it's a difference of 200 BV between our two forces if we do that. Use a regular Solaris camo for your unit.
Okay.
As we're doing Solaris. That's what we're doing right now.
Okay. That would be Lyrian. Any Solaris stable, right?
Yeah. I just typed Solaris and picked one that looked cool with green and with the purple and the blues. I look like angry frogs.
I don't know what this is, but
what's the champion? The cheapy champion. BV.
My colors are usually like. Oh, that looks kind of a trip. Okay, there's something. Hold on.
There you go. It looks very combined with your name, Honor the Dragon. I think it works.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Okay, give me a few seconds. Go ahead, keep talking.
I was thinking of maybe switching the champion to the cheapy champion, the one that overeats like crazy. I don't think I need to, because our BVs are pretty much equal.
Yeah,
at 200 points of difference, it's not worth downgrading any of my units. And really, the big fancy one is the dragon. That one's the expensive one. I'll see if I don't have any. 1 ton of clusters, 1 ton of regular. That's good. I'll start up with my clusters, though. The Lancelot has absolutely no no changes I can do to it.
23 million C-bills. Okay, let's finance this.
For iOS, Icarus, I think things like the Narc Beacon iOS is really nice, or anything that's going to be a surprise kind of thing, like an SRM6 iOS might be a good hidden weapon, but I don't think it makes a big difference. Yes, we are playing with quirks as we usually are. I don't see any of the quirks being too weird. I don't think your exposed actuators are going to cause you any issues. The Grand Dragon is the fanciest of the bunch. It's got decent quirks all around, but that's the only way to make a dragon not be entirely terrible. In Megamek, I will always play with quirks because it does differentiate the mechs more than they used to, basically. I mean, a standard match with just regular mech, it really comes down to numbers. With quirks, it just tweaks things enough that it gets at least a little bit interesting. I'll probably try to do another game like that at some point with Ostsol, a few different mechs like that I want to try out that I haven't played enough with, even though the Ostsol I'm starting to get a little bit more used to playing.
Yeah.
All right. 12 turn time limit. That sounds good for a regular Solaris brawl. So nothing odd here. I'm really good to go at this point.
Okay. Did you check all your ammos and everything?
Well, except the Rifleman, there's not much else to configure.
Okay. All right. Anything else we can think of? Hold on. I want to do one more quick thing. I want to. So good. Keep talking. Tell me.
Go to South. Can you set yourself to deployment to South?
Oh wait, my auto eject. Let me disable my auto ejects here. Give me a sec for that. Pending. Portable. Save. Actually, we delete them all. Hold on. Delete. Load.
Oop. You deleted your unit.
Yeah, I'll bring it right back there.
Okay.
Campaigns. Professor.
Good. I don't have any. What else am I trying to see here? What else am I messing with?
Equipment. Let's see. LRM 10. I guess I can change the ammo here.
Not much, probably, because you've got SRMs and LRMs. That's about it.
Yeah, probably. It's okay if I use swarms on the LRMs?
Not sure it'll be useful, but you can, yeah.
Check. Okay. This guy.
I just got done painting a Devastator, an Ostsol, and a Flea, but since I've already done the video on the Flea and the Devastator, it's not, those two are not as useful to have painted. Yeah, well, I need to do the Warhammer at some point, but I know I'll disappoint people when I do it because everybody loves the Warhammer on my server. So that's going to be a hard time.
What kind of Warhammer is it?
Oh, he was talking about the Tomahawk Destroid, which is the original design for the Warhammer from Macross. Now, I think I'm good to go. Let's just get this started and get this done before you have to go, because you said you had a hard out. So let's just
get
going.
think just have one more ammo. Okay, and I think that should do it. Let me just save again. Save.
I'm pretty sure the quick draw with all its lasers facing forward would be better. It would be a very decent brawler, or at least a strike, something that just pops up on the side and deals a decent amount of damage. But I mean, it's got 210 of an armor. It's a bit of an odd duck. I'm not a huge fan of it by experience until I play with it in Mechwarrior 5. But like I was saying earlier, in Mechwarrior 5, you strip the jump jets because I hate jump jets.
You hate jump jets. Why would you do that?
In Mechwarrior 5, I just don't like them.
They're hard to use. That's true. Only light mechs seem to jump fast enough.
And then generally replace the LRM-10 with an SRM-6 and just load up on SRM ammo and eat sinks and call it a day. It becomes a nasty brawler, but I can't call that a quick draw anymore because it doesn't jump. It doesn't behave the same way, etc. All right, click I'm done, and we'll get ready to go. I mean, with tandems for the SRM, you're right that it'd be pretty nasty, Icarus. But Thunder, not always a safe bet, basically.
Yeah, I know.
It is
close. It's true.
It is going to be a slugfest because, as you can see, this is a very open map. So it might turn into a bit of a massacre fairly quickly here.
Hello?
Yep.
Sorry, I got a phone call. Hello?
Gonna mute him while he's on his phone call. All right. Rifleman to 3M, the very basic one, which runs insanely hot because 2 large lasers with 10 heat sinks sounded like a good idea at the time. Not enough ammo for the AC5. Medium lasers that serve a purpose at protecting you if something gets close, but if something gets close, your Rifleman is dead anyways. Rifleman be Rifleman. There are modern Riflemans that are very good to extensively good, but the very basic one that we learned to play with, basically the one that was in the 325 TRO, it's, and if you're using it to shoot down planes, sure, it's going to work. But outside of that, it's going to be a bit risky. All right. Okay, there's an X around the map that is grayed out. That is odd, but that's probably just part of that Solaris map pack. Used to be really nice maps in that Solaris, original Solaris pack that I would have loved to add, but I never managed to get my hands on the Solaris box, unfortunately. All right. Champion, honestly, with the double heat sinks, I think is a decent enough mech. It's got low armor, but it's a 60-ton mech. You have to sacrifice something somewhere, basically. That's the big problem of those things. Lancelot, strangely, another anti-air platform, but this one is fairly fast with a big engine. If you're playing the 3025 version, the speed goes down to 4.6 and you have even less armor. It becomes a death trap, basically. Grand Dragon / Dragon, always an odd mech, but generally overperforms whenever I use one. So we'll see how this one goes. All right. I start. Just move the Rifleman forward and... Oh, he sees something to shoot this turn. Well, maybe not. You're a bit far away, but we'll... The champion's fairly fast at 5'8". I think all the mechs here are 5'8 or best or better. And I'm going to hide it behind some woods because I don't want to be shot by too many LRMs turn 1. I think your jump jets are going to be good because if we have to get in that mud, you're the only mech that can jump. So that is going to make a difference here. Mud generates quite a few piloting skill rolls. Okay, the Grand Dragon's got a mask. It can go real fast. But I'm not 100% sure it's going to be worth it. We'll see. It's got an MRM 10 rather than an LRM, so that's a bit more tricky. Depth 1, depth 2. So the big water in the middle could be a big obstacle. All right. Now, what can we shoot? Probably not a whole lot turn 1. Yeah, the Rifleman can't shoot anything. You can shoot in the woods, won't change anything. You don't see much. You're not seen, but you don't see anything. The Grand Dragon. I can maybe it with an ERPPC. I will try it. Nothing to lose.
So just 12 rounds, right?
Yeah. Let's see what we can do here. And you've got LRMs. Basically, that's probably the only thing that can reach at that range. Don't think any of the quick draws have anything fancier. Well, I know there's one that has ER large lasers, but doesn't do much. All right, 2 LRM-10s and an ERPPC, and nothing to really call a problem here. All right, next turn. You might be going into mud there, but the 3050 TRO, at least that one's easier to recover, I would say. I mean, I've got one, and I had a friend that has one. I mean, there's a few floating around. The Solaris 7 boxes, though, those are almost completely gone. I don't see anybody selling them outside of ridiculous prices. So that's an harder one to take. Moving back. Okay. I'll just move the Rifleman forward. Hopefully not crash and burn. Move the champion forward. I mean, we want to shoot a little bit at some point. . Hiding in the woods over there. The Lancelot ear through the woods. Costs you a lot of movement points to move through the woods, but I think it's one of the better positions I can have now. And that Grand Dragon. Going through the mud is unpleasant. Mud is very slow to move through. Need a 13 and need an 11 with the AC5s. Well, AC5s don't run too hot, so I can at least fire those. The champion doesn't see anything useful to shoot at. The Lancelot needs a 13 to hit. Ugh. Yeah, that's what makes the Quickdraw more dangerous, just being able to jump all that much. But I can shoot with this guy. Brings me up to 27. 27 is less than 30, so I'm not going to overeat. So your two older quick draws are in the front and the two more advanced ones are in the back right now. Okay. Gives me an idea of where things are.
Hmm. Ignite this.
Sorry?
I'm trying to do something. I guess it doesn't work. Okay, done. This guy. Trying to figure out if I can ignite the stuff behind me, but that's not a big deal. Let me see. What's the last guy? Ram. That's a range. Yes, that's not good. So he'll just do something else.
All right. The AC5s miss. Your LRM-10 misses. Your medium
Everything I
laser
think
misses.
there we go.
Pretty much everything misses. But there's a fire that started around the quick draws. Okay. It's things that happen.
Go backwards. Okay. Interesting.
Right.
4, 5, 6, 7, that. Probably here, right? Range is not great. Okay.
I'll just move myself a little bit forward. Okay.
He's got to go that way.
Going through mud is unpleasant, but I don't really have a choice.
Yeah, look at what you got here now. He's cool. Dragon. He's cool. 5, and you've got the precision ammo, which makes sense. Lancelot is standard. Okay, I want to do what?
Let's move this guy forward. Let's see how that goes. Old Rifleman, you run so hot, it's not even funny. Yeah, that'll work. That will work. Lancelot, on the other hand, doesn't run super odd. It can, but doesn't. That'll bring me to 31. We'll see how things goes.
It's backwards, so he should fire here. Yeah, no. It is. This guy.
I mean, I am exposing my dragon quite a bit, but who knows if it's going to be worth it or not. And then again, those two guys in the back are going to have some penalties hitting it. It's the two in the front. Okay, one large laser. The AC5s don't do much. Happens. The LB10X doesn't do much. Okay, your quick draw. 1 ER medium laser. It's the Lancelot doing minimal damage. The Lancelot misses with everything. Okay, the Grand Dragon, the MRM. It's not. The RPPC misses. 1 ER medium. It's the quick draw shoots at the champion. The 1 medium laser, 2 medium lasers. Oh, your quick draw falls. Oops. That's.
Yep. And you made it. You must have made your piling. That's good.
And I just bonked it with a good kick. Of course, now there's smoke everywhere. There's fire everywhere. That's going to make the whole field a whole lot of problems, but you are probably a little bit better than me at melee since you've got arms on everything and I don't. But it's really the kicks that matter as we can normally see. This one's got a torso already well engaged and beaten up. Nobody else is really that scratched. Well, the Grand Dragon took a few hits into Lancelot too, but not too many. I have to bring the champion around. That champion is not in a good position. If the champion was the Lancelot, then the Lancelot was the champion, it'd be better, to be honest. Because that champion is out of the way for what it needs to be able to do. Ugh, it has to go around. Once it gets back on solid ground, it'll be a little bit more aggressive. So you jumped that guy there, did you? Move the Lancelot forward. I'd almost prefer the Lancelot to have 3 large lasers rather than 2 large and a PPC. It would run just a little bit cooler. You would lose on range, though, so that's a bit of a trade-off, and it already is pretty good. It could replace its medium laser with an extra heat sinks, maybe. That might not be a bad idea in a way. I had to weirdly go around the fire, but I had to do that. You have to engage your other quick draws. Okay, it got up. That's a start. Okay, Rifleman. Well, I get a better chance to hit because of the precision ammos on the one of the ones that move. It's always weird when that happens. The LB-10X is in range, so we can try to shoot that. That's a 9. It's an 11. All right, well, shoot the one right in front of me. I'm at +4, but it's not terrible. It's a 7, that's a 9, that's an 11. Okay. I don't run too hot doing that, so I'm going to keep doing it. It is one of the better dragons, to be very honest. One of the very good Grand Dragon, to be. I would prefer the medium lasers to be spread out rather than all be in the arm. It's always a problem when you focus too many weapons in one position. When you lose that arm, it's, as an example, things go really bad. So I would prefer things to be a little bit different. But beggars can't be choosers, as they say. That one is left side is looking rough. We'll really have to see after a couple turns. All right. One hit on an AC with an AC5. I'll take that. Dren Dragon's taking an okay amount of shots. A PPC hit on the quick draw. That's a decent amount of damage again. ER medium laser,
Oh, wow.
110 PPC.
You have you have a low profile. I rolled one above I need to hit, and I still got a glancing blow. That's really scary.
Well, yeah, I think the Lancelot and the Dragon of low profile. I mean, those two. The Grand Dragon really needs, well, at least the original Dragon really needs quirks to make it better because it was rather terrible. The Lancelot didn't really need, like, it only has more or less positive quirks. It has anti-air targeting and low profile. Both of them are really good. While the Champion has only minimal arms, which is terrible. Rifleman has a balance of quirks, so it's okay there. The quick draw is a good quirk to defend itself, but outside of that, it's not always great. Let's both play kicks. We do the same amounts on our kicks. We just hit different legs. Yeah, there's smoke everywhere. Everything's on fire. I don't see your quick draws running really hot. I mean, one of the thing in lore is that the quick draw is supposed to run really hot, but I have not seen that. I mean, not on the double heat sink ones, that's for sure. They're not going to happen. But even your regular ones, I mean, they're at 3 heat each. They're not running terribly hot. I'm on the MRC Discord, but I don't really post there. I'm not a. It's more of a case of I don't have the time to be on 50 Discords. I'm on my own where I monitor it quite a bit. I've got another one I monitor quite a bit with a bunch of friends. And every once in a while, I go on Elm's Memory Core. Every once in a while, I go on, well, I've just joined Otterpop's Discord for his Eat Sync magazine. So, I mean, that's an important one. Let's go with air quotes there, but that'll be a place where I'll probably be looking at more things and talking a little bit more once I get ads and stuff going in the magazine. But no, I'm not a regular on MRC. I am member of the Discord and I do look at it every once in a while, but it's not a primary place where I hang out basically. Maybe I should have moved the Rifleman forward. Starting to think here. Really depends on your mobility, what is going to happen. Yeah, the fairly thin armor on the quick draw might be more serious of a problem than originally intended. I only have the dragon left to move, unfortunately. Move it around. You really don't see much. I'm gonna run out of AC5 ammos before too long. AC5s, why are you so terrible? Yeah, you don't see anything because there's too much smoke in the way.
Interesting. Just this way. like this.
You do have your reversible arms, so you are going to be able to shoot me with quite a few things, even if I'm in your rear. On a few of those guys.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's too many weapons rear mounted, which makes them all. I don't have a lot of firepower technically.
It's a very odd choice to have 2 rear mounted medium lasers on a fast heavy mech like this. I'm happy that people listen to me on YouTube. I know I usually recommend the Many Voices VA videos quite a bit, and I know he's quite active on MRC, so that's one guy that I know is big on there at least. Quickdraw, well, we're learning how it behaves here against a set of other 60-ton mechs. So it's an odd machine, and it has 10 armor, which is never a great thing. Right now, of course, we're stuck in fire and in smoke, so that protects people a little bit, but maybe not as much as we would want. Rifleman, well, that's one it with a large laser. And okay, just one it with a large laser. Still
Numbers. I
better than
wonder
nothing.
why. He needs 6s, and I'm needing 8s and 9s. I wonder why. Oh, it must
On
be the
which mech?
on
Oh, no, it's
the
because
Lancelot.
that's a good. Well, the Lancelot moved quite a bit, and I'm right next to you, so I'm not sure. I mean, I wouldn't. Medium misses, ERPPC misses. The dragon didn't do much this turn. The Lancelot.
Yeah, I need all 12s. I need high numbers. It's crazy.
Maybe with the smoke that's in the way, because we're in a. I mean, I would be moving my quick draws more if I were you, even though the smoke protects you.
To. Might be right.
But then again, I mean, I hit you a couple times, and you hit me a couple times. There's no major damage on my side. I mean, what's starting to be a bigger problem for you is just that I'm right next to you and I'm kicking. That'll cause problems really quickly.
This.
Everybody's at 3-4, so I just went with a standard quick play pilot for everyone. No, the quick draw can't be the first clan mech, because it loves overeating, because the Rifleman was released before, and it loves overeating even more. I mean, that Rifleman over there has been doing God's work. Oof, and now one leg's gone on a quick draw.
Same with
and one leg's gone on my Grand Dragon. Well, pretty equal. We're losing legs on both sides.
Legs on both sides.
4G, 3G, the Grand Dragon's running a bit odd. I mean, it's not getting back up, that's for sure. The fact that I missed on this kick is actually a pretty big problem, I will say. Because I would have been, it would probably well, no, if I had the left leg, it wouldn't have done much. If I had lived the left legs, the right leg, things would have looked bad. Maybe I should have focused my kicks, but if I had focused my kicks, your other one wouldn't have fallen on his face. So it's a trade-off. What moved? The quick draw's not moved. No. How do you just turn while you're on the ground? Okay, this way. All right, slowly but surely moving back to at least be able to shoot with the ER medium lasers, probably. Mobius, good to see you. Well, you got to take advantage of this. I think Argyle as the best thing here, and I wouldn't even say that Battletech's ever really grim or dark. It's fairly realistic in most of what it does, which is what a lot of people seem to misunderstand about how a Gothic should be or how Gothic should behave, because it's a little bit odd how some people explain it, but I think what's his face? Arch said it fairly well. You kind of need to have that mystery in that Gothic / grimdark / other kind of setting. And Battletech just doesn't have that. And Battletech Gothic, from what we've seen, doesn't have it either. So that really doesn't help it. Am I going to be stupid? Kind of art. I don't know where to send my Lancelot is really the question here. If I leave it there, it's going to get shot to hell. If I move it there, it won't see anything. Let's do that. Not the smartest, not the dumbest move I've done. I will try to kill them, scum. It's okay. I will try to kill the quick draws. I don't know how it will go though. Right now, it's it's really a throw up. I mean, I'd be okay with the Gothic minis if the box wasn't $100 US, which will probably translate to something like 180 Canadian, something like that. So it is not going to be a fun experience, let's say. Yeah, just don't shoot this turn. You, however, and yeah, that's the good champion. I keep forgetting that I brought the good champion, not just the okay one. I'm gonna run Ott because of the fire I just ran through, but not terrible. Oh, there's too much smoke for my dragon to see anything. Huh. I mean, the smoke is helping out a little bit, I am sure. Now let's see how things go afterwards. Champion misses with 2 medium lasers. SRM6 doesn't do much. Medium laser does 5. Medium lasers go through the right leg to the right rear torso. Ouch. That's a nasty blow. The LB10 does what LB10s do just about everywhere. A little bit of small lasering. Medium lasers on the Lancelot. Only the medium laser hits from the Lancelot. The Grand Dragon gets beat up quite a bit. And not much from your 8K. That's a bit surprising. And where do I send my kicks? Well, in the direction of things I can kick, I guess. A good kick to the center torso to that one. The quick draw misses its
Jeez,
kick.
I missed on a 4. I missed the kick. Oh boy.
I missed a kick on a 3 last game against Elkite. Kicks are weird, okay? And they get really dangerous when you start missing them and falling on your butt. That's when things get really, really nasty. Now there's really fire everywhere. This guy is in a pretty bad shape. Dragon. Keep turning. Hopefully be able to do something next turn. I mean, even, oh no, it's because you're in the middle of fire. Things are running odd because of the fire. Well, no, this one, 4 ER mediums, that's 28. You've jumped 25. Yeah, that one can run fairly odd too, anyways, just because of the ER mediums. If they were standard mediums, would run a little bit less odd, but I'm starting to feel that the increase in range on some of those ER mediums are worth it. It's a crab, unless it's one of the modern crabs that are all awful. I mean, the only way to really kill it is to ed cap it because it's got weapons everywhere. It's slow / fast enough to cause problems. Oh, yay, great. My rifleman's stuck now. Never mind. But yeah, crabs are. I mean, I just did the crab versus Star Slayer, and I mean, the crabs just they ended up out DPSing the Star Slayers as well. I mean, the Star Slayer is a good cavalry mech, but it was intended to be a trooper. It makes no sense to use it as a trooper. It should be used as a cavalry mech. All right, well, we'll bring this guy here. The chances to hit that quick draw are not very good, but it's the one that's the most in the open right now. The one that's prone is not much of a threat, to be honest. The problem of Gothic, I don't know if you've read the primer that they did, but that it's not even supernatural. There's nothing really supernatural in Gothic. It's all it's bio weapons and all that stuff, but there's nothing supernatural, weird, or really out of the ordinary. It's just your bog standard stuff, basically. Nothing really odd. And it makes it really just not a threat. Just reading the primer is an awful thing to do because it is really uninteresting to begin with. And I don't know who it really is for. It's really dumb. Let's go with that. Well, let's go with that. Well, you can at least shoot those medium lasers. Let's see how things go from there. The prone quick draw I don't see as a huge threat right now, so I'm going to ignore it a little bit. There is one that's fairly damaged that if I concentrate on, I might be able to take out or deal decent damage on, so that's worth it. The other two are fairly clean, which is bad for me, but I mean, we gotta try. All right, let's see how things go. 2 AC5s. Ooh, well, left arm crit. Nothing critical there. Ooh, shoulder and lower arm crit with the LB10X. Only 3 pellets hit. It's not very good, but it happens. Lancelot dealing a little bit more damage. The Grand Dragon doing nothing. The Quickdraw hitting the champion for 5. It's not a whole lot. Lancelot being it, but being saved by... No, not being saved by low profile this time. Champion took a decent chunk of damage there. But, I mean, we're going to try what we can try. Okay. I kick. You miss with a kick, and you hit with another. So, decent amount of damage overall this turn. Didn't go... Ooh, your quick draw 8K is running really hot, and the other quick draw is running hot. That's where things can get a little bit dicey. You're stuck, and you're in a decent position. Just stay there, Rifleman. Just stay there. What did you not move? Your prone unit. Okay, well, I'll not move my prone unit. This one, those two are running hot. 355, 355. This one should run 465. Jumped over all the fire. That's courageous. That's courageous, I'll say. Something like that. All right. Yeah, I'm going to generate more heat by running through the fire. Could be worse. What turn are we on? Do you know? I didn't check.
8, I think.
Turn 8? Okay. It's giving me a very good idea of oh, the AC5s are out of ammo. Well, that's solves that problem. We'll go with that. And you, do you see anything you can shoot? Kinda. Well, being on the ground makes it difficult to shoot things. Did the chat break? All right. The champion in the cartoon, I don't remember seeing a champion in the cartoon, but it is possible that it was in one of the hangars at one point, just chilling out. They never used a 3D model of it. I honestly don't know. I don't remember that bit. But it is entirely possible. All right. Well, the one large laser in, we'll take it. Ooh, that SRM6 went. That SRM6 went, period. Ouch. That's a killer SRM6 right there. And upper arm, left torso, it the ammo, and that is pretty much gone. The quick draw shooting on the champion, not much. 2 hits on the Lancelot. And that's about it. That was far more deadly than I was expecting. Do I not have any physical attacks? I guess I do not have any physical attacks. Yeah, you didn't blow out the leg, but you blow out the foot and the upper leg actuator. The Lancelot falls. That makes things a lot more difficult. All right, let's see here. And the Rifleman's just going to run stupidly odd all the time because it's a Rifleman. Yeah, you can still get closer because these large lasers have a decent range, but I'd rather be a little bit closer with them, I guess. So you had a champion and a tug in the hologram training scene. That is fun to know. I mean, who knows where it would have gone if they had gotten a little bit more budget and a little bit more time to get that show going. I mean, a second season wouldn't have been too much to ask, basically, but it probably just never made the money they wanted it to make. And there was all sorts of problems with licensing and everything. So that's the other problem. Not sure why I couldn't kick with my Lancelot, though. It hadn't fallen at the time. This one's dead. This one is not much of a threat. Go there. You try that. All right. Let's see what happens. No, whatever you do, you're running way too hot. Let's take a turn to cool down on the Rifleman. So it's a +4 on Eater. Let's go there. And you will be able to fire a little bit more this turn. It won't but you can fire a little bit more, Mr. Grand Dragon. Let's just see how that goes. Medium, SRM Sys medium, one medium. It's 3 pellets from the LBX. Add it. I mean, it's better than nothing. 2 small lasers. I mean, that's a lot of damage still. The Lancelot misses with everything. The Grand Dragon misses with everything. You deal an okay amount of damage. Nothing super bad. Let's see how that goes.
Wow, did I miss both my kicks and you hit both yours? Wow.
That's I mean, I hit on
Look at that.
8s. I never hit on 8s. How do I hit on 8s
I
this
missed
time?
on both my 8s and you hit on both yours. That's just unbelievable.
That's me being lucky on 8s for once. Okay, no, and one of your guy falls, the other one stays up. There's even more fire. Jeez. I haven't seen that much fire on a field very often. This is really really nasty looking. All right, so I lost the initiative on this one. Yeah, still move the Rifleman closer. This guy's still prone. The Grand Dragon's still prone. This guy should be able to get up. Oh no, it lost a leg. Thought it hadn't lost a leg. Things are going to start looking dicey if you lose legs. It really isn't the most heavily armored mech on the market. I have to move both my guys. I just need to walk. You'll be able to get a good position with that other quick draw, but at some point, I got to take shots. Rifleman doesn't see anything? Oh, because of the smoke and everything. Jeez. Well, I'll go with a solid slug this time, I think. Try to finish it off. You've got a Grand Dragon's in the right position also to shoot at the downed one, so. All right. Some damage to the Lancelot. Not a whole lot, but it adds up real quick right now. The SRM6 misses. Medium laser, LB10 solid slug. That's a decent amount of damage. Right arm destroyed by a small laser. Lancelot going for the kill. No, okay, no kill there. A medium laser on the Grand Dragon. The Grand Dragon. It's the Ed with an ER medium laser. Left leg, right arm. Lancelot. Ooh, engine it on the Lancelot. That's gonna hurt. And Lancelot falls on top of it. Yeah, it's starting to be very, very rough to do anything. Ooh, Ed kick. And a kick on the Lancelot, dealing it, once again, a very big chunk of damage. Yeah, the Lancelot's going to run Ott. It falls very easily. It's not looking too good for that one. Yeah, you've got the advantage there by quite a bit.
You have all your mechs. I haven't killed one yet.
Yeah. Man, just go in the smoke and hope for the best. Yeah, I'm not sure, because, I mean, you did take advantage of the smoke and the forest quite a bit, but you could have taken advantage of the movement a lot more, but you did take advantage of it every once in a while, and it did put you in decent positions. So, I mean, it's not a drawback of the quick draw, but I mean, the more we look at it, the more I think that all the guns being forward would be a huge, huge advantage for them. Because it's they're not performing as they should, let's say.
Absolutely. That really hurt me.
Oh, no, I don't see it because there's too much smoke in the way. I mean, try.
These are pretty bad quick draws, to be honest. I mean, one with one shot as two medium lasers in the front, an LRM, and they're in the arm, so I can't. I can't. I'm on the ground. I can't shoot everything. Wow.
Oh yeah, I have a feeling my review of the quick draw will be like it should be a lot better than it is. But it sounds like a lot of the Megamek end up being, except for the awesome, which is, awesome. A lot of the Megamek I feel are like just not good enough. They're good, just not good enough. There's just that little point here where doesn't it where it should be. Okay, the Rifleman hitting with medium laser, but it's running stupidly odd just shooting 2 medium lasers right now, just so you know. It gets very funny. SRM-6 doing... Oh, it's because it's got Artemis, so it does it with a lot of missiles normally. Medium laser, LBX. I mean, that Quickdraw 5M is still up. I mean, it is taking a beating, but it's still up. Grand Dragon took a laser. The other Quickdraw took a laser. Oof, the Lancelot is lost a leg. Well, that's tragic. Okay, well, the pilot's not dead, so that's a start, but it's not getting back up anymore, that's for sure. I mean, a kick to the leg goes to the torso, goes to the center torso. I mean, the fact that you don't have the XL engine on those things probably keeps them in the field longer. Of course, the old ones, I would have expected them to not have the XL engine, but even the more modern ones don't even have light engines. They've got just good old standard fusions. No, honestly, the champion 1N that I'm running right now is a good mech. It doesn't run hot. It's fairly quick. It's got okay armor, not great because you have to sacrifice something on a 60-tonner. But I mean, it's got a little bit of everything. While the original champion with only 10 standard heat sinks, it runs way too hot to be any relevance, let's say, to an actual fight. Yeah, you are right that the Wolverine 6M is probably the best Wolverine. They have that advantage, but I mean, the Trebuchet, as you were saying, is a Trebuchet. It doesn't do anything great. It doesn't do anything awful. It just does Trebuchet things. I mean, it is just standing there generates 10 heat. Is that what it says here?
Yep. I lost an arm, and I'll have one weapon in the arm. There's nothing else, so this mech is useless here.
Well, you can eject, worst case, but I mean,
I don't know. Can I eject now? I don't think so.
No, you can only eject during movement. Lancelot can't shoot anything. Grand Dragon. I mean, the Hermes 2 is another great example of a mech that's, one of those mechs of all time. it's just good enough. Okay, I destroyed the other Quickdraw.
This is damage. 12. You can do a victory. I think you got it.
Well, yeah. I think I've got... Anyways, we're at the end of turn 12, right? So it would be... it'll be done anyways. I mean,
just so we get end screen, we'll do the full thing, victory, defeat.
All right. Yeah, I think you need to go, so it's okay.
Oh, no, go ahead. Can you do it again? Because it didn't go through.
Is it not letting me? Okay, yeah, you can do /defeat. Perfect. You can probably click done. And I think anyways, we're end of turn 12, so it would have been done anyways. Physical attacks, we still got that this turn. Both of us miss with our kicks. All right. All right. And the smoke's starting to dissipate now. I mean, if people went to Solaris to see that particular match, I think they would still have been happy. A lot of things happened. People fell. Things blew up. But I do think I do have a better handling on the Quickdraw now.
Yeah, I think
Better
quick
handle
draws
on
with
it.
half its weapons in the rear, half in the front, usually are not very effective, to be honest. You're right.
Yeah, that is the base thing, and I mean it's not a super difficult fix to do in the in the shop. So, well, I thank you very much for the match. It was fun, and I'll
Yes,
try
thank
to
you.
do another one for other mechs later on, maybe this week, or I'll just do a regular tutorial video like I've been doing last couple of weeks.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Well,
we'll
it'd
see
be
how it
good if we
goes.
can do another regular match. Like maybe, are you available Thursday?
I don't know. I don't know yet. This week's being a weird week for me.
Okay,
So
well,
I will see everybody later. I thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll keep having more Megamek matches on the channel as time goes on. See you
all
later.
right.
Bye bye.